Hello guys. So welcome to Phil's channel. Ang topic natin ngayon is about electrical design analysis and calculation report for residential establishment based sa PEC 2017. So ito yung ating course outline. General lighting loads, about small appliances, kitchen equipment, special loads, and compressor motor loads. So what is residential calculation? So yung residential occupancies, ang isang tawag din dyan is yung mga dwelling units. Examples are townhouses, residential buildings, low-cost housing, yung mga single detached, then mga residential buildings from single to 4-story residential buildings. So general lighting loads. General lighting loads for dwelling units shall be determined by multiplying the total floor area under design by 24 volt ampere per square meter. So kung makikita nyo, based sa PEC 2017 on table 2.20.3 under general lighting loads by occupancy. So kung makikita nyo, yung dwelling units natin ay 24 volt ampere per square meter. Ito yung unit load or yan yung criteria for sizing the general lighting loads for single or for dwelling units. So yan. Example. So calculate the general lighting load for 20 meter by 15 meter dwelling unit. So ano yung gagawin natin? So example dito sa atin, ang solution is calculating the load in volt ampere. So meron tayong 20 meter length by 15 meter width. So a total of 300 square meter. Yan. Total area. So calculating the lighting loads. So 300 times 24 volt ampere is equal to 7.2 kVA. So 20 meter by 15 meter requires 7.2 kVA for the general lighting loads. So yan. Ito. Okay. So for small appliances, Sorry guys, so inaayos muna natin yung ating, so araw muna tayo. So for small appliances, small appliance circuits located in dwelling units per Article 2.10.1.11C1 o PEC 2017 shall be required of one or more 20 amp branch circuit. So, merong sinabi ron. So, for single branch circuit, it is permitted to have a 20 amp two-wire branch circuit provided that the total load is not more than 3680 volt amp per dwelling unit, not more than 50 square meter. So, bakit kaya 3.68 kVA lang? Yan yung maximum niya. For not more than 50 square meter. So, ito yon. Example, for small appliances, so not more than 3.68 volt amp or 3.68 kVA or a total area not more than 50 kVA. So, yung kung titingnan mo, para makuha mo yung total power in terms of apparent niya, yung VA is 20 amp times the 230. So sa Pilipinas, 230 ang ating nominal voltage. So, but yung capacity is not more than 80%. Yan yung maximum capacity ng isang circuit breaker. So, kung kukuhanin mo, yung 80% ng 4.6 kVA is 3.68. So, dun yung nakuha. Yan. So, small appliance and laundry units or laundry loads, punta naman kayo sa Article 2.20.3.13a. So, sinasabi doon na for each dwelling units, the load shall be calculated at 1.5 kVA for each two-wire small appliance branch circuit. So, example, yung calculated minimum volt rating for the small appliance and laundry loads required in dwelling unit. So, solution for small appliance, so 2 circuits or 2 wire times 1.5. So, meron tayong total load na 3 kVA. Then, 1 by 1.5 kVA. So, meron tayong 1.5 kVA for the laundry load. So, yan yung total load requirement para sa small appliance and laundry loads. 4.5 kVA. Special load appliances. Ito yung madalas na nakakaligtaan sa mga design. Kasi yung mga special load appliances, dapat dedicated yan. So, hindi yan isinasama sa isang circuitry ng mga receptacle outlet. So, special appliance loads are normally having a dedicated circuits that are not connected in general lighting load or connected in multiple circuits. So, we have calculation sample. So, example number 1, calculate the heating load for the service and branch circuit load for a heating unit of 30 kilowatt, 230 volts, single phase with 1/2 horsepower, 220 volt single phase motor. So, for service load, yung heating load niya is considered as non-continuous. Kaya multiply natin by 100%. So for 30 kilowatt, we have 30,000 VA. So section 2.20.4 nire-require 30 kVA for the service load. So calculating branch circuit load. So heating load is 20 VA. So motor load from table PEC 4.30.14.2. So yung FLA niya is 4.9 times 220. So we have 1,078 volt ampere. So a total load or total connected load of 21.078 kVA. So multiply by 1.25. So since it is 125 is for continuous load. So we have a total of 26.35 kVA. So for this example, ito yung from the source up to the motor, we have a complete circuit. So OCPD is sized based on 125% continuous operation and 100% non-continuous operation. So yung total branch circuit load niya or total connected load is 26.35 kVA. So this motor is composed of heating load with blower motor and 30 kilowatt heating load and 1/2 horsepower motor. So meron na tayong sample calculation ulit ng isang dwelling units na may area na 600 square meter. So medyo malaki ito. So for the general lighting load, we have 600 square meter times 24. Meron tayong total load na 14.4 kVA. And small appliance, 1.5 times 2 is 3 kVA. Laundry load, 1.5. So yung total connected load natin is 18.9 kVA. So kung makikita nyo sa table 2.20.3.3, ito yung application ng demand factors. So for dwelling units, at first 3 kVA is 100% demand factor. Then remaining is 35%. So paano ba yan ina-apply? So tingnan natin susunod na slides. So applying demand factors for PEC 2017 table 2.20.3.3. So dun sa load kanina na 18.9. So first 3 kVA at 100%. So kaya meron tayong 3 kVA. So yung remaining nun 18.9 kVA minus 3 kVA, yung total nun, kukuhanin mo yung 35%. So, 18.9 minus 3 is equal to 15.9. So, times 0.35, meron tayong 5.565 kVA. So, yan yung application ng remaining 35%. So, then, isa-sum up mo siya. Ang total demand loads niya is 8.56 or 8.565 kVA. Then, we have kitchen equipment. So, etong kitchen equipment, iilan lang din ang nakakaalam kung paano ginagamit ang demand factor in terms of kitchen equipment. So sa PEC table 2.20.3, etong table na to is applicable on kitchen equipment other than dwelling units. So sa dwelling units naman, iba rin yung application. So let us see. So on the right side, yan yung mga demand factor in terms of percentage. So demand load of kitchen. So table 2.20.3.16, this is the demand factors applicable for all cooking appliances. So as you can see, ito yung snapshot ng table 2.20.3.16 ng PEC. So on the inner left side, ito yung number of appliances. Then next is column A, less than 3 kilowatt or 3.5 kilowatt rating. And column B is 3.5 kilowatt up to 8.75 kilowatt rating. And column C is the maximum demand in terms of kilowatt, not over 12 kilowatt rating. So may mga notes pa yan. So yun. So sample. We have a sample here about the kitchen equipment calculation. So dito natin maipapakita. Sa iba, hindi na ipapakita kung paano nga ba ginagamit itong kitchen equipment calculations. So calculate the demand load for two 10.5 kilowatt ratings or kilowatt ratings ng ranges. So solution as per PEC 2017 table 2.20.3.16 under column C. So calculating the load in volt amp. So meron tayong dalawang 10.5. So magpo-fall siya sa column C. So since dalawa yung equipment mo and not more than 12 kilowatt, meron siyang total demand na 11 kVA. Then next, calculate the demand load or loads for 12 kilowatt and 3.10 kilowatt ranges and cooking units. So meron tayong 12 kilowatt at tatlong 10 kilowatt na range and cooking unit respectively. So yung range mo is 12 kilowatt and tatlong 3.10 na cooking units. So hindi natin alam kung anong cooking units yon or anong equipment yon. Basta sinabi rito is cooking units. So ito yung solution. So under column C, yung 12 kilowatt dahil isa, ang demand niya is 8 kVA. Then, ang tatlo na 10 kilowatt is 14. So total demand loads niya is 22 kVA. So ito naman, next natin is applying column A and B of PEC 2017. So doon pa rin tayo sa table 2.20.3.16. So calculate the total demand load for a cooking equipment with 3 kilowatt, 6 kilowatt at 7 2.5 kilowatt rating. So paano ba yan sinasize? So ganito. Ito yung solution. So table 2.20 under column A and B, for 3 kilowatt, yung total niya is 3 kVA. At doon sa 5, so yung total demand niya is 30 kVA and yung 7 2.5 is 17.5. So total is 50.5 kilowatt. So applying note 3. So tingnan nyo na lang yung PEC ninyo, basahin nyo yung note 3 doon. So, the total demand for 50.5, so, times mo sa 0.32. So, ang total demand niya is 16.16 kilowatt. So, gumamit ka ng 16 kilowatt load. So, pwede rin yung itong solution na to. So, dahil tatlo or 3 kilowatt times 0.8, ito yung less than 3. So, 80%. So, 2.4 kilowatt. Then, limang 6 kilowatt times yung 0.45. So, dahil 5 yung range mo, tama, 5 yung appliances mo. So, papasok dito sa column B. So, ang multiplying factor mo is 0.45. Then, yung isa naman, 7. At column A is 0.56 or 56% yung multiplying factor mo. So, ang total demand mo is 25.7 kilowatt. Pero, i-apply mo pa yung note number 2. So, dahil lumagpas ka sa 12 kilowatt range, so 25.7 minus 12 is 13.7 kilowatt. Then, yung excess nun is, or in excess nun is 5%, so 0.685. So, ito yung magiging factor mo. So, ang total demand mo ngayon nito is 28 times 1.685. Then, yung total, kasi ito ang total nito is 1215. So, meron tayong multiplying factor na 0.32. So, a total of 15.098 kilowatt capacity. So, yung total demand mo is 15 kilowatt. So, hindi nagkakalayo. Ito, medyo mahaba lang yung solution. Pero, ito rin yung isa sa the best. Pero kung gusto mo ng mas mabilis, ito, pwede rin. Then we have also other problem, no? So calculate the demand load for 12 kilowatt range and 7 kilowatt cooktop for dwelling units. So ito, i-apply mo yung column C and column B. So meron tayong isang 12 kilowatt range. So yung total demand niya is 8 kVA. Then tatlong 7 kilowatt. So 3 times 7 times yung multiplying factor. So, a total of 11.5 kilowatt. So, yung demand niya is 19.55 kilowatt. So, we have also sample na calculate the demand load for 26.5 kilowatt range. So, kung makikita mo rito, isa lang yung equipment, no? Kitchen equipment. Pero, more than 12 kilowatt capacity. So, paano ba yung solution? Ito yung solution niya. So, 26.5 minus 12 kilowatt is 14.5. Then, yung 5% ng 14.5 is 72.5. So, 72 plus 100% is 172.5%. So, 172.5% times nung first demand load ng 12. So, total of 13.8 kVA. Yan yung total demand ng ating range na 26.5 kilowatt capacity. So hanggang doon na lang muna tayo mga ka-EE, no? Mga EE youths. So itong compressor motor loads tatalakayin natin sa part 2 nitong ating tutorial. So stay tuned lang kayo And always subscribe para updated kayo sa aking tutorial about electrical design. So hanggang dito muna at maraming salamat.